welcome back to By George. Today we're going to Christchurch to pick up an M.G.A Deluxe and to bring it back. It should be a good trip. The weather sounds a bit dodgy, but I'm sure we'll make the most of it. But I'm on the Johnsonville line, Johnsonville to Wellington, which is one of the most beautiful train journeys you can take. It's only a commuter distance, it only lasts about 20 minutes.
Street.
But it's a beautiful ride. Enjoy the...
The historic Johnsonville line has many tunnels in it. We exit the final tunnel into a lovely sunny Wellington day. The Inter-Islander terminal is on the left. I now took a bus and went to the airport where our plane was waiting for us. We took off a few minutes late, but it was a beautiful sunset as we headed into Christchurch. It wasn't quite so good when we landed in Christchurch. The next day I went to Kaiapoi, always a good place to spend a bit of time shopping and looking around. It has a lovely river, and I've had a lovely meal at the restaurant on the left. Kaiapoi is a historic little town, and like every little town in New Zealand, it seems to have a war memorial. Kaiapoi's one is particularly attractive. I enjoyed Kaiapoi and then headed into Christchurch. The tram has become a fixture in Christchurch and quite a tourist attraction. Here the restaurant car goes by, a friendly wave from the occupant. On this trip I was driving a Ford Ranger. I'm not entirely sure whether you're supposed to drive down the middle of the road like this, but I did. I also did a review of the Ranger, so if you want to see that, look it up on the channel. I've always enjoyed Christchurch. It has lovely buildings and it's good to see a lot of them restored. Some of the character properties in Christchurch are absolutely marvellous. There's a lot of work going on in Christchurch still, restoring the old buildings, and to my eye it's worth every cent. This building has been restored, and inside there's a little section showing you how they did it. I enjoyed that very much. Well, we're here in central Christchurch, and though a lot of central Christchurch has been rebuilt and looks absolutely magnificent, you can still see some buildings that are basically empty and abandoned, obviously waiting for demolition. This one's going to be rebuilt as a hotel, I believe. And you can't say it's a small, cheap building either. I suppose bigger the money, the bigger the problem. Well, if you're familiar with Christchurch, well, at least the pre-earthquake Christchurch, this is the square. You probably won't recognise it today. They've started work on the cathedral behind me, but honestly, that's about the only bit of the square you can recognise. The post office building is still here, but the hotels and everything else has completely vanished. There are new buildings going in behind me. And over here to the north is the new building, of which I don't know what it is. The tram is still going through the square, but really the whole thing is really completely different to how it used to look. It doesn't feel like the open place it used to be. It feels kind of a bit sad and a bit empty, really. The wizard. God bless the wizard. We got an early start the next day. We had to catch the boat at 2:15, so Gay didn't want to muck around. The MGA had been serviced in Christchurch. The sunrise was beautiful, but the sun was in our eyes, which made it a little bit tricky to drive. But all the same, in the M.G.A Deluxe, it was a beautiful drive. The sun had risen out of our eyes. We could now sit back and relax and enjoy the drive through the beautiful Canterbury countryside. Relax for a minute and enjoy the drive with us. Gay caught up to a couple of trucks and they were holding us up, so we decided to stop and have a lunch break at Kaikoura. Kaikoura is a halfway point between Christchurch and Picton and has been used as a rest stop for many people for many years. And I don't think you could find a more interesting or beautiful place to sit and enjoy the view. But we had to get a move on. We had a boat to catch. One thing I've always loved about the MGA is its dashboard. It's clean, tidy, stylish and efficient. It's part of the car I really do like. The weather settled and by and large we had the road to ourselves. Gay certainly enjoyed the drive. We were soon on the Picton ferry heading back to Wellington. Fortunately it was smooth and we had a lovely crossing. Gay has loved and enjoyed the MGA for many years, and as soon as it got home it got cleaned and readied for its next outing. Thanks for the ride, Gay. Hope you've enjoyed the video. If you have, tick like, tick subscribe. More videos coming along very soon. Thank you.